Hello, beautiful souls. It's Elizabeth Bratcher, Psychic Medium, and I am here to do the weekly read for the star sign of Aries. Thank you very much for joining me today for your reading. Thank you for everyone who's subscribed to the channel as well so far. It's been really nice watching the community grow over the last couple of weeks. And so while you're here, if you'd like to, please press the subscribe button down below. It is much appreciated. So guys, as I said, I am reading for Aries today, and what I always like to just remind you is that I am reading for a few people. So if it doesn't resonate with you today, that's all right. Don't try to make it fit. It's not always going to resonate with you. All right. For those of you who don't know me, I do personal readings with phone, video, and face-to-face across the world. And you'll also know about me that I am not a card reader as a first nature. I'm an energy worker, and so the reason why I choose these two cards here is they're a lovely way, getting caught in my throat, they are a lovely visual aid to use within the readings that's there. So I've got, as I said, the Sun and Moon Star Tarot deck, and I've also got the Elizacle deck that I'm going to use today as well. So without further ado, I've already given the cards a nice good shuffle before the reading started, so I don't need to spend too much of your time shuffling them. And let's see where the energy's at. All right. Aries, what do we want to say this week is coming for you? That is exactly what we focus on. What's coming this week, what you need to know, what you need to be aware of. So the energy of the card, you've got the Seven of Cups there, and it's always full of lots of choice. Some of those cups are filled with really beautiful things, but others, not so beautiful. So as they say, all that glitters isn't gold. Look beyond. Be very careful this week, Aries, not to just take the first thing that you see, because it might not necessarily be the right choice, okay? Because you've got the Nine of Cups here as well, so it shows that you're kind of feeling quite confident. You're feeling like you are making the right decisions, and it's definitely not to say that you're not making the right decisions, but you follow with the Eight of Cups, and then you follow with the Six of Cups. So be really, really mindful about making spontaneous decisions this week, otherwise you might send yourself backwards a little bit, okay? Money problems and turning your back away from things that just no longer work. All right, so it also shows that you can make a really positive decision here as well. All right, just be mindful that it is the right decision and not the wrong one. This is going to go either way for you this week, you guys. And you've got the Six of Cups. It's happy card. So I'm very confident that you're able to make that right decision. Just stay away from spontaneous. Don't make spontaneous decisions. As I said, all that glitters isn't necessarily gold. And there's still some hard work to do as well. So keep that in mind as the opportunities can fall into you this week. That if it looks too easy, it generally is, okay? Trust that very much so. But look, as I said, over the course of the week, at the end of it, you've pulled the Nine of Pentacles. You've obviously made some really good positive choices this week by not making those spontaneous choices and just jumping at those big, beautiful, sparkly things, all right? So let's pull a little bit more energy and see where else it wants to take us. There's it's a very general energy for me, that one that's there. And I guess with the Seven of Cups, it does show that there is different opportunities for everyone all the way around, which is probably why I am feeling that. And so, some of you guys, it might relate to relationships. This may relate to work. It also may relate to self as well. So just, whatever it is for you guys this week, Aries, just be really mindful not to jump in and just grab the first thing that comes along. Definitely make sure you look at all of your options first, because I'm going to dare say that the first and second possibly that come along are not necessarily going to be the right ones. All right, so let's see. Pull 5 cards from here. What do we want? Okay. And where's our energy sitting? Self-care, truth, honour and awareness. All right, let's see what cards you've pulled. So we're looking at the bigger picture. All about having some patience and being grounded, being positive, joy. Nice. All right, so Aries, as I said to you, I do feel that you are going to make the right decisions this week by not making those spontaneous choices, okay? And, having a look at the bigger picture definitely in our choices as well. Don't necessarily choose what serves you today, choose what serves you tomorrow, okay? Because I feel like, Aries around you, there's some easy ways and there's some harder ways this week. And, again, the more I get into this reading, the more I do feel like it is coming from self, like it is leading off into different directions for all of you, but it's coming from that same core place of needing needing to not find courage, but call on our courage, because I feel like that courage is already there. Having a little bit of patience. I know sometimes when we make a decision, after a while we're ready to leap forward, and so it's just asking you to have a little bit of patience, and we can do that by keeping yourself grounded. Okay, keep yourself grounded this week, Aries, and it's very easy to spend a little bit of time out in nature, find things that you're grateful for, being positive, and it's being positive is a choice. I know that sometimes through hard situations it's really difficult to be positive, but we still have a choice in the way that we look at things, our perspective, and all of that. And this card very much asks you just to be mindful of your perspective this week, Aries, so that you don't fall yourself into a slump, because you do have some work coming along here. You are walking away from things that don't no longer serve you, and you are needing to be mindful of yourself as well. So, you may find that there's a couple of little setbacks or a little bit of emotional kind of quandaries that come through. And so, as I said, just be really mindful of your attitude, because it'll stop you moving yourself backwards and let you still keep moving forward, all right? Because you got the joy card that comes out as well. And the reason why I chose to create this card as joy and not happiness or anything else is because joy is a beautiful mixture of, of peace and of harmony and of happiness. And so, as I said to you, Aries, you've got the Nine of Pentacles and you've got the Joy card both pulling up at the end of the week there. So I really feel confident that you are going to have a nice week and that you are going to make the right decisions around that. There really is the biggest energy that's there. Self-care card, being kind to yourself, standing properly in your truth and in your honour, and definitely in your awareness as well, because that'll help you make the right decisions around this Seven of Cups that's sitting there, okay? So, Aries, very much so the energy for you this week is about being patient, pulling on your correct knowledge, trusting yourself and not leaping forward. There's going to be some solutions or some answers that are coming in this week around something that you've been waiting for, but wait, there's more than one answer, so don't just take on the first one, okay? Don't just take on the first one. You may be feeling quite relieved that these solutions are coming into play, but don't, as I said, very firmly so, the big message is there. Don't just jump on the first thing that comes along this week, Aries. There's going to be more than one option that's there, and you need to be mindful of making the wrong choice. Don't be impulsive. Don't be impulsive this week, Aries. It's not the week for it. It's the week to actually set some really nice things in motion, okay? So take care. Thank you again for joining me. And as I said, please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'd love to see you here again next week. Until then, take care.